Decarbonize the grid. Fossil fuels, including coal, oil, and natural gas, produce approximately 80% of the energy used today. That energy releases toxic air molecules, destroys natural wildlife, and pollutes our oceans, other waterways, forests, and cities. The good news is that the two primary sources of renewable energy, solar and wind, are now less expensive than fossil fuels, and massive efforts are underway to provide a total transition to a renewable energy electric grid. Make sure to check your energy sources and usage in your home. Energy efficiency will save you money too. Electrified transportation. In the United States, carbon emissions from transportation accounts for about 29% of total carbon dioxide emissions. Petroleum-based products account for 91% of the transportation sector energy use. Transition to an electric-powered car, prioritize more sustainable travel like public transportation, and fly less. All are ways to lower carbon emissions. Responsible building and industrial developments. GDP and population growth have decisive impacts on what is built, what materials are used, and how we are connected. The carbon footprint of new buildings, renovations, and all the infrastructures have accountability for their carbon footprint. As consumers, we have a role to play to advocate for energy efficiency across all growth. Rethink food. The agriculture sector is one of the largest producers of greenhouse gases, including nitrous oxide, methane, and carbon dioxide. Approximately 10% of total greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S. are from agricultural activities. Synthetic fertilizers and pesticides, livestock management, livestock digestive process, and other agricultural practices increase greenhouse gas emissions. Adopting a plant-based diet minimizes livestock and other related agricultural emissions. There is a multiplier effect as well, with less land used for livestock, more available for reforestation and oxygen-producing plants. And plant-based diets are healthy and nutritious. Protect nature. Our water, our forests, and our land are all affected by climate change and by human action, which is changing the balance of carbon cycles. We must protect our nature, preserve the balance of our ecosystems, safeguard the biodiversity of all species on the planet and in our oceans. Carbon is essential to all life on Earth. It's in our DNA, in the food we eat, the air we breathe. Where carbon is located flows between the atmosphere and organisms on Earth as it is released or absorbed. This is the carbon cycle, perfectly balanced in nature for thousands of years. A carbon sink is anything that absorbs more carbon from the atmosphere than it releases, primarily forests, oceans, and soil. A global problem has a need for equitable resolution. As we endeavor to protect nature, our planet, and lower our reliance on fossil fuels, we must also act with the lens of responsibility to the underserved populations and countries around the globe where those who suffer the most have done the least to contribute to the problem of climate change. The United States must decarbonize first to show the world that it is possible and to drive costs down for everyone else. Europe and China must also accelerate their initiatives. As major contributors to the problem, it is time to fix it.